bro. Fight Nakatani. Fight Lomachenko, bro. Come on. Show us something, bro. That's how it was back in the days when Sugar Ray Leonard. You a social media dude, bro.
You are a horrible fighter. Horrible fighter. Horrible fighter.
Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, Low Nose Boxing. And before we go forward, I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, this wouldn't be possible. Thank you, Lord. So with that being said, we're going to talk about a potential mega fight somewhere down the road between Gervanta Davis and Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez, however, has a very tough task at hand coming up June 10th against Josh Taylor, who was the undisputed junior welterweight champion of the world. To me, I still consider Josh Taylor as the undisputed junior welterweight champion of the world due to the fact that he has not lost his belts in the ring and he still hasn't taken a loss. He no longer has all 4 straps due to his inactivity, but he's the top dog at 140 pounds. So this isn't gossip, this isn't clickbait, and this isn't a fight that's actually in negotiations at all. I'm going based off of an interview that Floyd Mayweather recently had. The interviewer asked Floyd Mayweather what fight would he like for Gervanta Davis next. And Floyd Mayweather said Teofimo Lopez is a fight that he would love for Gervanta Davis. Now, Gervanta Davis is, for the most part, mentioned among guys like Devin Haney, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, and Shakur Stevenson, who I like to call El Shakur, right? At one point, Teofimo Lopez, Gervanta Davis, Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson were being mentioned as they were being called the modern day 4 kings of boxing. And I said that this is the year that the 4 kings are going to start making noise and start building their legacies. Devin Haney has a big fight coming up with Vasyl Lomachenko. Gervanta Davis just had a mega fight, a mega showdown against Ryan Garcia. That fight actually turned out exactly how I predicted. I said Gervanta Davis would get Ryan Garcia out of there between round 7 and round 11, and he got him out of there round 7. So big shout out to Gervanta Davis. You know, because of him, I won some money. I ain't gonna lie, man. I came up with a little bag, nothing light. Some people that I also advised won some money as well, but that's a whole nother story. And then you got Teofimo Lopez shooting for greatness against Josh Taylor. Right now, Teofimo Lopez at the moment is sort of being written off. He suffered a loss against George Kambosos Jr. He had a nice comeback win against Pedro Campa, and then he had a performance that was not really impressive against Sandor Martin. Nevertheless, that was a good win for Teofimo Lopez because Sandor Martin is a very good fighter, highly underrated and highly skilled. So boxing, as I always said in the past, emulates real life. You could be down and out 1 minute, and then the next minute you could be right back on top. Example, a person could do 10 years in prison, come home, land a regular job, making minimum wages, and then meet somebody at that job that has connections for a career, a big paying job. Next thing you know, that person that just came home gets hooked up with a job making $35 an hour, right? Now he's back on his feet, just like that, because of an alley-oop. So in boxing, just because a fighter takes a loss, it doesn't mean that his career is over. You know, Teofimo Lopez had 2 wins, and now he's facing Josh Taylor. Assuming Teofimo Lopez handles his business June 10th and defeats Josh Taylor, he might end up in a potential mega fight against Gervanta Davis. Assuming he wins that fight, forget about it. All things from the past are forgiven. People won't even be talking about the George Kambosos fight anymore. But, like I said before, he has to get past Josh Taylor first. But assuming that he does, right? Man, that Teofimo Lopez versus Gervonta Davis fight would be huge. Believe it or not, I think Teofimo Lopez and Gervonta Davis would possibly be a bigger fight, attraction-wise, than a Gervonta Davis versus Devin Haney. The reason why I said that is because that's a green print fight. Green print is something that Floyd Mayweather came up with. In boxing, whenever you have a Latino fighter with a large following versus an African American fighter with a large following, that creates a big draw because boxing is a very nationalistic sport. Teofimo Lopez brings the Latino fan base, right? Gervonta Davis has the African American / hip hop fan base, right? That's one way right there where you could build a fight. Gervonta Davis is from Baltimore. Teofimo Lopez is from Brooklyn. Despite the fact that he lives in Florida, he's still from Brooklyn. So both guys have an East Coast following. You could put that fight in the Barclays Center. The biggest fight ever at the Barclays Center, if I'm not correct, might have been Gervonta Davis versus Rolly Romero. But Gervonta Davis versus Teofimo Lopez at the Barclays Center would be huge. The promotion, the build-up for that fight will be phenomenal. Teofimo Lopez's dad, everybody knows, is very outspoken. He's a trash talker. He knows how to talk his talk, you know. Gervonta Davis has also shown improvement in talking. At one point, Floyd Mayweather used to do all the talking for Gervonta Davis in the past. But Gervonta Davis in his past few fights has shown a charismatic side. He knows how to sell a fight. He knows how to trash talk. So the build-up for a potential Gervonta Davis and Teofimo Lopez fight would be huge, right? And then off the highlights alone, that fight would sell. Everybody knows Gervonta Davis is knocking people out left and right. Now you start displaying the highlights of Teofimo Lopez's best performances, because Teofimo Lopez might not be the exact same type of puncher that Gervonta Davis is, but Teofimo Lopez might be the best and hardest puncher that Gervonta Davis has ever faced. So you figure they start posting up highlights of Teofimo Lopez's explosive one-punch knockouts and his backflips. Compare that with Gervonta Davis's highlights. That's more build-up for the fight right there, right? And now we're going to talk about the actual styles, the physical attributes both fighters bring into the ring, right? Gervonta Davis, highly explosive, highly athletic, hand speed, punching power, boxing skills. Teofimo Lopez has all of that. Teofimo Lopez is not your average Latin come forward fighter. He's not the average Mexican style fighter. Teofimo Lopez has the same athletic attributes that an African American fighter has. Teofimo Lopez might be the most athletically gifted fighter since Hector Macho Camacho Sr. Teofimo Lopez has both guys, Teofimo and Gervonta Davis, have explosive punching power. Both guys are athletic. Both guys have boxing skills. Both guys have underrated defense, and both fighters have shown vulnerabilities. Gervonta Davis gets hit every now and then. Teofimo Lopez gets hit as well, and he's been knocked down a few times. So this will be a very exciting fight. A very exciting fight. As far as who would win that fight, that's a 50-50 fight, man. It depends on who could implement their best game plan, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to do a breakdown and a previews and predictions because this fight is not etched in stone. But I really hope that this fight does eventually happen. I'm rooting for Teofimo Lopez on June 10th when he faces off for Josh Taylor. And assuming he gets past Josh Taylor, assuming Teo and Gervonta Davis can actually get this fight, then I'll make a video as far as previews and predictions. I know I haven't done a video in a few days. I've been very busy, personal life, work, and things of that nature. But nevertheless, it was a pleasure to be here and talk boxing with y'all. With that being said, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. I'm out.